Okay. So good afternoon. Now, today's session is basically what we'll do is that we'll go for revision. And in this revision, we'll be catching all the 48 tags which are there in HTML and which are being carried forwarded in HTML5. And then after that, we'll be entering into semantics and then form designing and everything. So tomorrow is also there my lecture. Tomorrow we'll also cover a lot many things of forms. So we'll switch to the actual what is there in the syllabus, and then we'll be immediately moving towards the practical session. Okay. Now, see, in this, you will find that there are very limited things that being shared in this syllabus. That is basically what is expected. That is the introduction, features. Uh, then we'll be talking about the attributes and semantics in HTML. And that's after that we'll be talking about some 2-3 tags. Then some what introduction to SVG, introduction to version, and installation of SQL. But I think don't think so that this is more enough for you to get catch HTML5. So HTML5 is a huge concept, and we need to spend more time comparatively because we have started what do you call as lectures. As far as university has decided, it is on the 15th of June, but we have already started on the first. So we have lot many time. So I just expect that we need to catch lot many things which are not being discussed in the syllabus, but we need to go into detail about those things. So before entering into HTML5, we need to refresh some basic things which was being covered in HTML. And I think so in undergraduate, HTML is already being covered. Uh, just anyone remembers how this HTML is? Have anyone used HTML in their regular life or into your undergraduate? Yes. Some tags. Can you define any some tags which you have used previously?
Sir, anchor tag, link tag,
Okay.
page
Div tag.
br tag, div tag.
Okay. So we'll have a revision very fast. We will go for revision, how to write a code, how to start a program. So here I have installed Notepad++. Now, why we have installed this? Because whenever I want to run it on a browser, because here we are not taking support of any server, we are directly executing it on a browser. So I have installed this Notepad++. You can Google it on Notepad plus plus on your Google, and you will identify that this setup will be available in front of you. And after installation, you will find the setup will be available in front of you in this format like this. Uh, See this, it will be visible in front of you in this way. The green color symbol on left hand side with saying Notepad++. So it is just a small setup, just like a note pad you are using. It is Notepad++, a new version, updated version, and it is very simple. 200 or 300 MB setup is very small setup, and you can install it. And after installing it, you will find this type of window in front of you. So I am opening this window. It's very simple. I'm closing everything. The window will be just file new, and the window will be in front of you, just like this. Now, whenever you are starting anything in HTML5, it is always expected that you should write first doc type. So you can use uppercase also because it is not case sensitive. So doc type HTML. And before writing a doc type, you have to exclamatory sign should be there. So it should be like this. So doc type, this should be the first statement whenever you are writing any HTML5 code. Now, after that, if there a skeleton I'm saying, so it there should be head part, because head part contains all the details about your application. It is not displayed on a screen, so we use this. So this tab is like this. Whenever I am using like this, I'm saying if I'm head, so automatically the name will be coming in front of me, and I'm closing it. Same way, if I'm saying HTML, so whichever tag I have opened it, it will be open in front of me. So the overall skeleton is like this. The head part is there, and into head, after head, the body part is been defined. So I'm writing each and every tag in uppercase. I make a habit of writing it in uppercase. So I'm opening and closing. Now these are called as a double-ended tags. Double-ended tags means what? The tags which are opened and which are closed, which are open and which are closed, are called as double-ended tags. There are a lot of many tags which are singleton tags. So we'll have a discussion on that also. So this is a basic skeleton whatever required. But in HTML head part, we need to write something that is most important for us. What is most important? So first one, we need to start HTML, then only it will be executable. So HTML needed to be started, and in HTML we need to close this. So doc type HTML and this HTML. Now some attributes are need to be added over here for HTML. Make a habit of writing this one. This is the most important. So it should be an attribute, lowercase keyword, language is equal to, I'm writing into double quote, EN, that is English of India, IN. It should be written in uppercase, English in IN. This should be your habit of whenever you are writing a code in HTML. Yes? Are you getting everyone?
Yes, yes.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It should be written, EN should
Yes,
be
sir.
written in lowercase and hyphen sign and IN in India. IN for India, UK for United Kingdom, US for United States. We are in India, so that's why we are writing, because this is an as search engine optimization. It will be helping us to identify all the websites which are being created in India, which are created in US, or which are created in UK. So this is for the search engine optimization. We are using this attribute whenever we are writing any HTML file. Now in head part, one thing you have to write, that is a meta tag. So it is meta tag means, what is meta tag? Anyone knows? It is char set we need to use. So metadata information should be there. So whatever we are writing here, it should be considered as UTF, that is Universal Transfer Format, in 8-bit format. Okay. So these are the two things you have to keep in mind. If you want to give some title to your page, give it like this title. Whenever I will show you where this title will be coming. So title open and title close, because this is double-ended tag. Now we are going here for the demonstration of HTML. So this is a demonstration of HTML tags. So I have written like this, the demonstration of HTML tag, and this is where we have closed this. So here you will see a head, a meta tag. Into that there is a title also. I have written something into this. Title closed, head closed, body tag started, and here we'll be writing something. Now we'll go for writing a code. We'll be implementing as much as we can in this section today itself. Now whenever we are writing any body tag, some attributes are there for the body tags. You can use this attribute at the runtime. So I will just put here some attributes. I will write it here in p tag. So this is paragraph. Let it be. I will write it into like this, body attributes. So it will be notes for you also. So body attributes, there are three types of attributes you need to keep in mind. That is, one is BG COLOUR, BG color, and you can give it any name. So if I want a green, I can put it like this. Okay. You can give any number, hexadecimal number or binary number, that can be used. Now second attribute you can use here is, I will note it as 2, and I will say it as background. And you can give any, suppose I am saying ABCD dot GIF. So suppose my extension is GIF. You can use JPEG also. You can use PNG format also. You can use BMP, that is bitmap format also. The choice is yours. And third attributes of body tag is that text. If you want to give some text, you can write something here. So text can be added over. Now I will want to give some background color. So I will be using here BGCOLO. So see this automatically, because tag will be there. So BG color I am putting here, and I'm saying equal to sign, because we are assigning the values, and I'm writing here cyan color. So choice will be yours. Yes, I will run this program. So I want to display it in a very systematic order. So I'm saving this. I will be creating, I have already created one folder in a D drive, HTML5, and I will give it as ASS assignment1.html. So this should be the extension of a file. So .html, you can give .htm also, but it is better preferable to go for HTML. So I have given as assignment1, I have given the name, and I have saved it as into this one. Now I want to check it, how it will be displayed on a screen. So I'm here, I'm going to run, and I'm opening it into Chrome. So see, it will be displayed in one single line. in one single line, because this is whatever you write here in this, it will not be considered, it will be considered in a single line. Okay. Now cyan color is not there, BGCOLOR, it should be BG color. So here the color symbols will helping us to set the attribute. So here the color red will be defining the attributes. See this, this is the attribute of HTML, this is the attribute of meta tag, this is the attribute of body color. So whenever I run this on a browser and I refresh this page, you will see the background color will be changed. Okay. So these IDs we are using for understanding and removing the mistakes that can be done due to mis-entering some unknown keywords whenever you are typing. So make a habit of using this ID, that is Notepad++. This is more efficient for HTML5. It is very simple, and here you can run it very simply. Just you can check different your output on a different browsers also, just like Firefox or Internet Explorer or a Chrome or a Safari. You can use any browser over here and you can execute your output and you can get an output also, because that is most important. Now here these are the attributes I want to display. Now these are ये लिख के रखना है आपको. So these are the attributes of body tag. So I have written this for the purpose of body. So you should understand that there are some attributes that you can set, you can use for the purpose of body. Now we'll move further. Now we will go into detail. So I will be using one tag called as a BR tag, that is big line. BR is nothing but a break. Okay. It is a singleton tag. There is no need for you to start and close it like this. So there is no need like this. So there is no BR like this. It is not expected to write like this. Only it is single BR. And now we'll be going for writing something that is, will be implementing physical character, that is text level elements. Text level elements means what? You can work with some text part also. So into that, first type is physical character formatting. Physical character formatting elements. Physical character formatting elements. And into this, I'm again setting a BR. So break line will help me to break everything. So here it is very simple. So BR will be helping us to get this. So I just get a display how it will be looking like this. So see, a body tag is then, and then text element. So I'll want this to be specified. Okay. Now first one, first I tag is there, italic tag. So this is italic. So I want to get this output. So I'm using BR 2-3 times. So BR, that means you will be identifying the output like directly. Okay. So this is italic. So whenever you are putting it is singleton, no, it is double-ended text. So whenever you are using this I tag, and it should be written in lowercase. So you see output of this. I'm saving this when I'm refreshing the page. This is italic. So you will see the font is changing. So this is the first tag we have used, italic. Second one, if I want to display something in the bold format, I'm using bold. So I'm writing this is bold. And I'm closing this B tag. Okay. And I'm checking the output. Okay. BR is still written. So we'll save this BR because it will help us to. So see, italic will be look like this, bold will be looking like this. Same way, I will go for writing various tags which are available over here. So BR. And now third tag which is present into physical characters format. The third tag, that is underline. If you want to go for underlining something, so underline text. I'm writing. And you need to close this tag / underline. And I want to break the line. This means I want to display the output on next line. So currently I don't require this one. So I will go here and I just put on refresh. So whatever things I am writing, it will be getting an underline. So this we call it as physical character formatting elements. Same way we can use. I'm writing something on the next line. So BR. So third, this is first tag of this one. This is second tag, bold tag. Third one is underline. Fourth one. TT. TT tag. It is typewriter tag. It is typewriter, and I'm closing this TT slash TT. I think it is removed nowadays from your um, version, but still you check whether it is looking or not. So see, the typewriter font will be available in front of. So we are getting physically the value which is displayed on a screen is changing. Now, fourth one, I'm using another fourth one. The name of the tag is strike. Okay, so I need to close this tag also. STRI. So strike tag. And this is, I'm writing fourth one, strike. Strike element. So when I run this and when I refresh this page, so see, it is strike. So anything you want to display it, but you want to show a middle line in front of it. So it is strike. So for BR will help you to move to the next line. So BR, I think everyone knows BR means for the purpose of breaking the line. So see, strike will be displaying like this. Now strike through, another fifth one, S tag. We call it as strike through, THROUGS, strike through, and I'm closing this tag with slash S, and I'm using a break line. So BR. So previously I need to use here also. So BR, and I'm running this one. So see, strike is somewhat different. I'm setting it 5. Okay, fifth tag. So strike and strike through. Okay. Then after that, sixth one. Sixth tag is sub tag. Sub means what? Suppose I want to display like this. H2 O, like this. Sub will be removing this. So whenever it's get an output like this, you will see it should be H2O. So whichever thing I write in sub, that will be a subscript style. It is subscript style, and whatever you write into the sub tag, that will be displayed at the bottom part of your text, and the font will be automatically reduced. So you see the output. Yes, I am zooming it. So you see the output will be H2O, and U2 is written in the sub part, so it is changing. So just we'll go for the code, and I will write here sixth one. Okay, so here will be getting sixth one as H2O, and we'll write it as sub tag. Okay, sub tag H2O. If I want to, I am putting space like this, and when I save it and I run it, nothing will happen, because applying a space is not like this. If you want to apply a space, use ampersand, NBSP, and a semicolon. If you want to more space, ampersand, NBSP, semicolon. ये दो space आ जाएंगे उसके अंदर, and then the output will be displayed. So see this. Space is occupied. So ampersand NBSP is used for the purpose of giving a space into this. So see, we have completed with the 6 tags. Now I'm closing this with BR. Now seventh one, I want to display the seventh one. Same way, I want to display just like H2 S4. I want to say 2 raised to 4. Okay, 2 raised to 4. I want to display it. So this is seventh one. We'll say it as super, SUP tag. Now super is used for the purpose of displaying something. Like, just like I want to say 2 raised to, so 24 super, SUP, 24 raised to 2. So I want to display like this. So I will be using SUP. So this tag will be helping us to display the super part. and I'm copying these two spaces and I'm putting in here in front of it. So it will be helping us to specify and get an output. So here again, I'm putting a BR because I want to move my cursor to the next slide. So this, that's it. And you'll see it will be moving your number, whatever you have put it into the subtype, that will be moved downwards. Whereas super SUP will be moving it in upper part of your display. Okay. And the eighth one I want to display, that is a big. So I'm using here one tag called as a big, BIG. I will write it in a small case. So BIG tag and uh, big, BIG, big element. And I'm closing this BI. So that's it. I'm closing this. Refresh. See, the font will be one font size will be bigger, because whatever the font automatically increased. This is called as a big. Same way, we can go for the last and the most unusable part, that is small. So small, I'm using ninth. This is small element. So I'm closing that also. So slash small. And I'm closing this using BR tag to move to the next line. Okay. So here I'm running it, and you'll see the font size is automatically moving downwards. Okay. So if you have a notepad in a notebook in front of you, just write this 9 tags into that. I for italic, B for bold, U for underline, TT, that is your type writer, strike, S for strike, super, big, and small. So these are the total 9 physical character format elements which are present for the text level elements. So I will make it bold. So big. Okay. And the output I will be displaying here into small format. So is it clear for everybody now? 3 attributes for your body tag. Have you written it? Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
everyone has written
Yes,
three
sir.
attributes. Okay, 3 attributes for body tag. You can use any one. If you want to give a background images, any format, it can be used. If you want to give a color, COLOU, no, it is COLOR, color. Okay, so color, background colors, it can be set. If I want to change it to a light gray, and I am just refreshing the page over here, so the background color will be changing. So whatever you want to do, you can do these operations in front of. Is it clear to everybody now? We call this as a physical character format elements. Yes. Now second one. This is the first thing. Okay. Now we'll go for second. You should know this. This is logical character format elements. Logical character format elements, and we'll write like this. We'll write as a BR. So that will be helping us to. Okay. So this is physical part. I'm just copying this one and pasting here after this physical tag. So it will be very simple for me and you also to identify this one. So text level elements, first one, physical level elements. So again, copying this one and putting after this. I use some another symbol. Okay. So physical character format elements, and now logical format elements. So just I'm copying this name. I will be pasting over. And this is second one, and it is nothing but logical character format elements. So in logical format elements, we need to go into detail about some of the logical change that will be carried out here. So first one that is EM tag. That is called as the EM tag. So I'm opening this one and I'm closing this one. So slash EM. So what is this EM? This is the first logical, and I will call it as emphasis. We call it as emphasis. Same way, second one, that is strong, strong, strong tag. It will be changing the logical definition of a content. So strong, so strong element. And now I'm closing this strong, strong. Okay. So everywhere I'm using this BR because this is required for moving towards Lexmark. So in all, 9 tags are available over here. So this is the strong. Then I will go for abbreviation. ABBR. This is abbreviation is always displayed after the book. So abbreviation. This is third one. Abbreviation. I'm closing this. ABBR. Okay. I'm using breakline BR. Then fourth one is your city cite tag, citation. This is basically used in research. So citation tag, and fourth citation element. And we'll close this cite. And I'm using this BR to move to the next line. Now fifth one is definition. DFN. This is nothing but your fifth element. We call it as definition. Definition element. And I'm putting slash DEF. Sorry, DFN. And I'm using BR for breaking the line. Sixth one. Keyboard. K, B, and D. This is keyboard tag. And it is a sixth one. So key stroke. So physical, not logical values will be changing. So what is that? That will be showing after immediately after this execution. So K, B, and D, keyboard. And I'm using BR for moving to the next line. Seventh one is sample. SAMP, sample. And it is seventh one. We'll call it as sample for example. Sample or example. SAMP, sample. Again, BR tag for moving to the last break line. And last one, we use for variable declaration. So I want to display something. You're creating a website for programming language. You can use this variable. So eighth one, logical element, that is nothing but your programming variable. And we'll call it as VAR. So I have saved it, and I just go and refresh the page, and you will see emphasis will look like this. Strong element, whichever you have written into strong, that is in strong element, it will be displaying like this. Whatever you have written in abbreviation will look like this, abbreviation. Whatever you written in citation, that is cite, it will be automatically changing the font style. Definition, so definition, you see the definition, the font is changing the logical representation. Keystroke, so see, it is keystroke. Sample, whenever you are going to give us some examples, you can put everything into example, that is sample. And whenever you want to say display something, programming variables, because whenever you see any website and whenever you want to get displayed, the programming language variables are somewhat different compared to the methods and everything. So it is nothing but a var. Okay. So this is what you have learned is nothing but what? Text level elements. What is it? Text level elements. Are you clear with this? So text level elements, physical character elements, how much are there? It is 9 in number. And logical character elements, how much it is there? It is 8 in number. So 9 and 8, how much? Yes, 17 tags we have come across in this 15 or 20 minutes. How much? 17 tags. We have completed how much tags? 17 tags. So yes, is everyone clear with this 17 tags now of HTML? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall we move further then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will just copy the head part and we'll move further. Let's see. New. And I'm pasting this one because this is common for everybody. Okay. Now we call it as a body tag, and I'm closing this body, and I'm closing the HTML tag. HTML. So this is what the basic skeleton is of HTML. Save this as an assignment to ass2.html. Okay. Now this is demonstration of HTML tags. Now we will be moving towards the block level. I'm writing this into a bold format. So I will say H bold. I will say B for bold, and I will say it as this is block level elements. So block level elements, I'm closing this slash B, and I am using a BR tag to move to the next line. Okay. Now in this, I want to display what all block level elements are there. So there are 6 block level elements. How much? 6. Very simple to understand. We call it as H1. H2. Very simple names. So I'll just copy this name. H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. These are the names are given. And I'm changing this name to 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2, because these are all double-ended tags. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if I write something in the over here, so I will say as header 1, or sorry, block element, not level, it's block element 1, block element as 2. I'm copying this name. Let it be, we'll call it as a header. Header is somewhat different, but still we'll call it as a header. Okay. So header, 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 and header. So 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now what I do is that I will go for another one, H7. Let us see what is happening. So header 7, and we'll see whether H7 is there or not. Okay. 6 तक है तो 7वां होना चाहिए ना. Okay. So see, the color is changing over here in ID. So it is in blue color, this tags, and this is not in blue color. So I'll run this in a browser. So I'm running it in Chrome. So see, block level elements. So 1, 2, 3. The more the number, the less is the font size. See, the H1 means everything will be displayed in more bolder format compared to the H6 elements. Compared to H6 elements. So H1 will be displaying the content in the more higher format. H2 will be displaying the content in lower format. Third, font size automatically will be reduced as the number changes from 1 to 3. The more the big the number, the small is the font size. Yes, this is called as a block level element. Are you clear with this? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now next, I want to display like this. I want to display like this. India. I'm putting it some box like this around it. and I'm moving like this, oval, and I'm saying India में के अंदर क्या है? Suppose I say Maharashtra, Kerala, and Delhi. Okay, and I'll move here as USA, and I am here saying that USA में कौन से suppose New Jersey, NJ. Then और कौन सा है स्टेट, किसको पता है क्या?
California,
हाँ हाँ.
North
और कौन सा?
Carolina, North Carolina,
हाँ.
San Francisco.
Okay, so I want to display it in this format. Now, for this purpose, what you have to do is that this is one way, and some way I want to display like this also. And I want to set it like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I want to set it like this as ABC. Okay. Okay. So these are the two types of format available in front of. Okay. Here I want to change it as an somewhat oval like this. This is again a representation of list, and this is again a representation of list. We call this as what? We call this as an ordered list. Ordered list. Because we call this as unordered. Sorry. Unordered. Why? Because here you don't know the order. Who is first, who is second, who is third. And here we call this as an ordered list. We call this as ordered list. Okay. So whenever we are using, so are you clear with this? Why we call it as unordered list? Because the order you don't know. You just have some symbol in front of you, ovals like symbol or circle like symbol, and you don't know the level. What is first and what is second? Just we are reading this content. So the thing which is not important for you, you use unordered list. And when you want to specify the numbers, that how much numbers it contains. So 2 numbers. So India contains 3 states, 4 states, 5 states, or 100 states. So whatever number you want to specify, you will be giving it in the format we call it as an ordered list. Yes, everyone is clear with this? Now, in this order list, I want to specify some most important attributes which are used to specify everything. If you want to display, now first attribute is type. Second attribute is start, from where you want to start. And third one is value. So these are the basic 3 attributes you have to keep in mind. Now, what should be written in type? That is again most important. So whatever you write is that if you write 1, type is equal to 1, it means the siblings, the lower parts. So like this 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be displaying the output like 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. It will be displayed 1, 2, 3, like this. It will be displayed. If I'm putting like this, so this is I will call it as a type, and I'm putting here. If I'm using like this, if I'm putting like type is equal to 1, the output I'm getting as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever number you are getting. So type, so any things can be added into this. So type is, if I'm giving type as 1. If I'm giving type as A, it means it will understand. So I have to write it like A, B, C, and so on. If I'm saying type is equal to small case a, so it will understand I have to give a number like A, B, C. Same way, Fourth format is that if I'm saying type is equal to uppercase I, so I've written I, it means Roman numbers have been specified. So automatically it will give as Roman number in uppercase, Roman number in uppercase like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I type like this, type is equal to, and if I'm using small case I, so it will be again be considered as, so it is just I, sorry. So it will be lowercase 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this it will be displayed. So type are 5 types of type can be used in order list. Is it clear to everybody? Yes. Attribute, first attribute, and that is type, and you can give a type like this: 1 or A or small case A or 1 I in uppercase or I in lowercase. So this will be given output like this in ordered format in 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever you are adding into this list, automatically it will be stored into this. Now start whenever you want to start from a unique number, so you can give that value over there. If you want to give something more into this, values can be assigned directly to this. So this is what is available over here in order list. Here we have seen that it is a rounded circle, or we call it as an oval. You can use different types over here. So here in unordered list, the attribute used is only type, and you can give a value like disk. Disk means like this. Okay, so what this is a disk, or you can give a word called as circle. This one, circle, or you can give a keyword called as a square, just like here. You see the disk, circle, and square. So these are the 3 things which are available in your Word file itself. Same thing can be used over here. These are the only 3 attributes you can assign for getting this value. So in this, I want to display it in the square format, so I will give it as like this. So here you will find there is a circle also, there is a disk also, and there is a square also. Yes? Is it clear to everybody now? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So we'll demonstrate an example of same thing over here in this program. Okay. So block list is completed. Shall I remove this part? Okay. And now we'll go for unordered list. So I'm copying the name and I am writing it here in header format. So I'm using H3. Now I think everyone knows this H3. Ordered list, unordered list, and I'm closing this H3. Okay. Now, and you see, whenever you're writing, there is no need for you to give a break line, because BR is not required. The whole thing will be considered as header and your cursor will be moved to the next line automatically. So in header tag, there's no need for you to say BR like this. So there is no need of using BR into this. Now here, what I will do is that I will use unordered list. So just I will put over here what I want to display. So I want to display like this. So unordered list. So the name of the tags which are used over here in unordered list, the name of the tag is UL, unordered list. And whatever things you want to add into this, it should be listed. So it is LI tag. LI means this is LI, this is LI, this is LI, and the header part we call it as an unordered list. So UL. Okay. So I will be writing like this: UL type is equal to, अभी हमारे पास टाइप कौन से, अभी यहाँ पर हमें क्या चाहिए, सर्कल. तो मैं यहाँ पर डाल देता हूँ डबल कोट के अंदर सर्कल, CIR, सर्कल, and I will be writing here India. Okay, and then list tag LI. अब यहाँ पर कुछ लिखने की जरूरत नहीं. So here I want to disk, so I will be writing as type is equal to disk, DISC, disk. Okay, and into this I will be setting, and I'm closing this one, LI. Okay, So I'm copying this one because I want it thrice. So first one is Maharashtra. I'm copying the name and I'm putting over here. Kerala. And last one, Delhi. Let us see and run this program. I'm closing this UL then, because here I have started it. Run and in Chrome. Okay. I remove this one and we'll go for refresh. It is closed. So 3 dots are there, but I want to display what? Unordered list. So I am writing like this. Same way, we'll go for changing the values. So disk square, 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 and circle. And we'll see the output like here, disk, square, and circle. So output will be like this. Same way, I will be writing the code for ordered list. So we'll call it as OL, order list. 1 second. And again, you will find the list tag will remain as it is. But here I will change it to A. Here I will say it as Roman number 1. Here I will set it as lowercase a. I'm just copy all the types just for the Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil. Okay. So here I am using uppercase A. Here I will be using Roman I, that is uppercase I and lowercase I, and then I will be using 1 in first one. Okay. So in this, in order list, you know that in order list we can use only 5 types only. So uppercase, lowercase, Roman, uppercase, lowercase, and a number. So only 5 things I can use. There is no sixth one. So just I have saved it. This is order list and I'm refreshing it. So you see, Maharashtra will be set in as 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything will be like this. Okay. So choice will be here. So automatically there is increment going on. Here I have written A, but here it is displaying B because second one it is B. Third one is here. Here I have put it a Roman number first, but now it here in displaying it is showing Roman number 3 because here there is it has initiated its cursor with incrementing number. So automatically 4th will be Roman number in lowercase and 5 number. A numerical number we are setting in front of Kerala, that is a 5 number. Here we are seeing that we are used only a keyword called as a 1. So are you clear with this? So there are 3 types of unordered list elements and there are 5 types of ordered list types. Yes? Yes? And I'm expecting this output from your side. I'm expecting this output from your side as an assignment. Yes? I'm showing you the output like this, and I'm expecting it should be like. So I'm using a BR like over here. So BR, and I use this keyword as again. This is ordered list. I'm refreshing it. Yes. Is clear to everybody now? Yes. Shall we move further now?
Yes, sir.
Now there are special characters you can use. I'm copying this one and we'll move to the next assignment. It's very short. There are some special characters you can use for your run time. So I will demonstrate in front of you. If you want to space, you can use ampersand NBSP and semicolon. For space, you can use NBSP and you can go for that also. Then if you want to display ampersand sign, so what is that? You have to use, it is ampersand symbol AMP. And then only ampersand sign will be displayed. If you want to display less than sign, less than symbol. So how can you display? It's very simple. You have to use ampersand less than, that is LT. If you want to display greater than sign, then you have to use ampersand GT. And if you want to use trademark, TM बहुत बार होता है TM trademark. So you have to use ampersand TM. That is a trademark. That will be displayed in uppercase. If you want to display a copyright symbol, so you have to use ampersand copy, COPY, copy for displaying a copy. Now, if you want to display register, various websites it has, so you have to use ampersand REG. If you want to display alpha, beta ka alpha, you can use ampersand ALPHA, alpha will be displayed in front of you. You want to display double quotes like this, it is very simple. You have to say ampersand quote, QUOT. Yes. If you want to display different shapes like heart shape, you can use ampersand heart. If you want to use diamond shape, ampersand diamond. Then clubs, ampersand club, and ampersand spade. So these are the special symbols you can use. I will just go for running this one in front of you. Let us see. I'm saving it and say as AS2.html, and the output will be somewhat different because we have not used BRO yet. So B. And here it is AS2. So see, space will ampersand, left less than sign, greater than sign, trademark, that is TM, trademark. I think it is not working. Trademark. Sorry, trade. It is trademark. TRADE, trade. I think it is not working over here. Let it be trade. And copyrights, you see the symbol of copyright. Registration like this. Alpha, I think these two are being removed in HTML5. So the recent browsers are not supporting alpha and trademark. Again, these symbols are again not working. That is hard spade, and I think this has been removed. Double quote, it is there. So this is not working. So we'll remove it because not many changes has occurred in last few years as far as HTML tags, new updation and new removing of some tags. So these are the basic things you will find it here in HTML. So space is there, ampersand, you can display less than, greater than, copyright symbol, register symbol, or a double quotes can be displayed with taking the help of these keywords. So we call it as character entities. We call this as character entities. Character entities. Okay. So is it clear to everybody now? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow
Yes,
lecture
sir.
will be, yes, tomorrow's lecture will be entering into form 2.0. We'll talk about the 11 elements which are already there in HTML, and we'll be talking about the 30 new components added into HTML5. And based on that, we will be designing some wonderful forms taking help of HTML5 components, and that will be displayed in front of you. Okay. So basically, we'll share a lecture, next lecture, whether it is on Saturday or it might be on Monday, but we will be entering into the form designing in the next week, and we'll be implementing of all components which are being created in HTML also and HTML5 also. Both will be considered, and based on that, a new application will be there. Now, homework for today is that first homework is that, yes, like shown, you have to implement this all text level elements, that is physical character format and logical character format, because these are the used for the purpose of designing a wonderful web pages. So you should know physical character formats which are 9 and logical character formats which are 8. Okay. Then second assignment will be there. You will be displaying the output what I am expecting like this, that is unordered and ordered this format like this. So this is what we call as an unordered, and this one as an ordered. Okay. I want these two outputs to be displayed in front of. Okay. Two assignments: implementation of physical and logical elements, and second one, implementation of ordered and unordered list. Is it clear to everybody now? Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so we'll meet on the next lecture, and where we'll be directly starting with the form designing. And first of all, we'll be talking about the various new components which are there in HTML5. First, we'll implement individually those components, and then after that, we'll be going for form designing in detail. Till then, take care, and we'll meet soon in upcoming lectures. The video of this lecture will be uploaded on what you call as a YouTube channel, and that will be shared in your group also. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can speak to me now immediately.